Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. First things first, happy birthday to our Cancerian sons. Wishing you all the best on your next trek around the sun. I'm sending you so much love and solar return wishes. This is not a date or time specific reading, so whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. It is general though, not a private reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. That's okay. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If you want a private reading, I have a link that will take you to the booking page, so you can check that out. I am considering either stopping temporarily or slowing back on the private readings for the balance of the summer. So if you've been on the fence and thinking about booking, you may want to go there and check it out now. The link is in the description box below. Okay, so you can be here as a cross watcher for a Cancerian. Sometimes the messages speak more directly to you than they do about your person. That's why we say you may need to reverse the energies. So keep that in mind. I'm going to pull from Prairie Majesty Oracle to activate the reading. P.S. It's lawn day around here. They've gotten most of it done behind me, but that doesn't mean that they won't be around with more edgers, mowers, and blowers. Oh my. So I'll stop talking when they come around because I can't hear. So this deck gives you a word, gives you a totem, and something to contemplate. So your word is remember. Your totem is the 13-lined ground squirrel. Didn't know there was such a thing. And your message is, what eternal knowing can I access in human form? So this is remembering who you are across lifetimes. Wow. What eternal knowing can I access in human form? What are you remembering at soul level? The soul is eternal. Beautiful. That was kind of heady in honor of the Cancerian birthday. All right, so I'm going to jump in, pull the spread, modified Celtic cross. I'll give you my general impressions, and then we'll jump in with some clarifiers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. Please subscribe if you've been watching for any length of time and have just forgotten. It doesn't cost a thing. Just click subscribe. The Fool. 6 of Cups. Okay. Chariot. There's your card, Cancer. Ace of Wands. King of Wands. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. 10 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. All right, so right here we have the Fool and the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is what's crossing the Fool. So the 6 of Cups represents a challenge. And I feel almost like you may be assessing some risk here involved in this connection, or there's something that you're really ready to just take a chance on. With regard to this connection. Past life soulmate energy with the 6 of Cups, by the way, could just be someone you've known for a long time or from your youth or childhood. That's always possible. But it feels like this is a bit of a newer connection for many of you, and you're just kind of feeling like, oh, this is it. I'm ready to take the leap. Because in unconscious awareness, the Chariot is progress and victory and moving forward. And in the past, Ace of Wands, to me, this feels like the point of the passion springing forth between you. In your conscious awareness, King of Wands, right? And the King of Wands is very quick to make decisions, doesn't hesitate. I see it, I want it, I claim it, it's mine, says the King of Wands. And that's the person on your mind. And yet, in the near future, Ace of Swords, there may be some information coming in, some truth or some epiphany that you may have that may help you understand whether the timing is right or whether the situation warrants you sort of taking that leap. Spirit's talking to you about this in the Two of Swords, an important decision, but it's one that has to be made from kind of blocking out all the noise and going within and getting clarity around an important decision. It's a crossroads moment. Because in the hidden energies of your person here is the Ten of Swords. And to me, that's kind of coming through as this person seeing this as already over. And that's the question, because going forward in the outcome position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And that's kind of coming through as, is this something we can work through? Right? That means it requires a creative solution to a problem. So let's jump in. The Fool and the Six of Cups. Yeah. There's definitely been a breach of trust here. Sent you into some form of separation. Hold on, let me see if I can hold this without all the cards falling out. So remember, the Six of Cups is what's crossing you here. That's where the challenge is in this connection. I'm feeling a separation due to a breach of trust or some avoidance on your person's part. I think you're ready to just kind of take a chance. But there seems to be some avoidance. And with the Judgment card underneath, it seems like there's forgiveness available, contemplation of saying, what the heck, let's give it another go. So there's forgiveness, redemption, second chances. But it does seem to me like there's been some form of separation, or what is your intuition telling you about this person's intentions? For some of you, it could just be that. And are you open to just taking a leap of faith and giving it another go? Chariot. Yeah, look. In your unconscious awareness, you're kind of like full steam ahead. I want this relationship. I want this connection. The reconciliation of the conflict is sort of what you're processing in your unconscious awareness. So that's happening in the psyche. It's not something you're leading with here, but it feels to me like for some of you, there could have even been third party. Not all of you, and if you're not aware of that, I'm not giving you news that you're unaware of, right? This would be for those of you that are like, yep, it was a third party for sure that caused the breach. You're open to forgiveness, and that's why you're contemplating a reconciliation and moving forward anyway. For those of you that doesn't speak to, that's okay. You're still processing, resolving and reconciling the conflict, something that's kind of come between you. I don't think the problem is between you as people. It feels like it's coming from an outside source. You know, it's like it's not a fight. You know what I'm trying to say, because I'm having a hard time getting the right words around it. So I feel that for some of you, there's either been avoidance or some kind of breach of trust or question of this person's intentions. I'm just going to leave it there. And it's created this sense of separation that you're contemplating just saying, oh, the heck with it, right? I'd really rather reconcile this. We can make amends. I have room for forgiveness. I just want to move forward and move past this moment of conflict. The conflict is coming from an outside source, though. So let's see the Ace of Wands. So in the past, we had all this passion, but then whoop, pulling back on the reins. So I feel like when you met, or the last time you were together, there was a lot of passion, a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, and something took hold of that and pulled it back to kind of stop the forward motion, to be sure that you were clear about where things were headed. The Knight of Pentacles is very deliberate, very certain. Then we have here the Page of Cups, which is a message from the heart, something sincere. And underneath is the Knight of Wands. A little less sincere, very fast moving, all about the passion. So I feel this person, whoever this King of Wands is, came at you pretty fast and furious. And you were like, whoa, 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 hold your horses, slow your roll. How do you feel about, like, where are we? How do you feel about me? How do you feel about this relationship? Like, I think you were searching for some emotional connection while this person was operating at a fever pitch of passion. That does not surprise me. And that's why there may be questions about intention. It could be that simple. What does your intuition tell you? Is this a past life soulmate, the love of a lifetime? Or is it someone who's, going to come in really fast and go out even faster? That is a part of the dynamic of the Knight of Wands in reverse, is sort of an in and out energy. So let's see the King of Wands. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're looking to offload some, like to unburden yourself, to offload some negative karma around this and to just go for it. Love of my life. There's the Ace of Wands. I just don't want to feel the weight of this anymore. I want this person. So now, where you pulled back on the reins in the past to get a handle on this person's sincerity, Page of Cups, now you're kind of like, yeah, maybe I really want this more than I care about the intentions. It feels like there's a little bit of a, like, maybe I was too cautious, Knight of Pentacles. And now I just want to throw caution to the wind. But we have the Ace of Swords here in the near future. There's the Fool, Lovers, Death card. Three major arcana. You're going to find something out that's very powerful and shifts the energy of the connection, I think. Maybe helps you see things differently. It will require you to choose your next move and to consider whether or not there is room for growth, change, and transformation, or whether this is something that has to die off. So I do feel there's some information coming in that's going to change how you see this and require you to make a choice. The Lover's card is always a card of choice. Can it be a card of reconciliation? Yup. Can it be a card of reunion? Yup. Can it be a card of the union of your souls and of twin flames? Yup. It can be all those things, but more than anything, it is a card of choice. And sometimes we have to choose ourselves. So I'm just saying, I feel like some info comes in and gets your attention and maybe shifts your focus, because then Spirit's message to you is the Two of Swords, reflecting a crossroads moment, an important decision. Oh my goodness. Talking to you here as divine feminine, and the path that you're walking, both the Hermit and this is the beginning of the Hermit's ascent up the mountain. Comes through the Eight of Cups, says, I want more. Right? Because the Ten of Cups minus 8, you got 2. So I'm feeling like the beginning of the Hermit's ascent for you is requiring you to kind of contemplate the next part of your path and your journey. And maybe you're shifting into the role of the guide as the Hermit. But it may be an important decision as to whether you guide this connection forward or whether you continue on your path. Because I think some information comes in that gets your attention and shifts the trajectory and requires you to make an important choice. Because your person here in the hidden energies, we have the Ten of Swords, King of Cups, Six of It's an interesting message. It's like the King of Cups coming through saying, I'm not sure I'm emotionally ready for a reciprocal relationship. Right? The Six of Pentacles requires somebody to be very generous with their time, effort, energy, resources, spirit, love, blah, blah, blah. And because we have the King of Cups here, we're looking at that from an emotional point of view. The King of Cups can feel things very, very deeply. And maybe there's a concern here that the timing isn't right. We have the Temperance card, which is one of, balance. And it can be a card of healing, but it's more about patience and allowing energies to come into flow and balance. And that happens over time. So with the Ten of Swords here, I'm almost feeling like in the hidden energies, your person has a little bit of a fatalistic view. Maybe they've come through a painful situation. And so at this moment, they're not prepared at this moment for another go at the ease of give and take in a relationship that requires their emotional presence. And maybe they're kind of waiting for the time to be right, or they're seeking some patience on some level that is coming from the bottom of the deck. So it's not something they would easily articulate, but it's just something that they feel like in their bones. Like if, in time, I'll get there, but maybe I'm not there now. So let's see the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, excuse me. Wow. So, I'm going to go here first. Remember I said the decision you will have to make, that Spirit's guiding you to this moment of truth. It's a crossroads energy. In divine feminine form, do you want to become the guide? Are you prepared to guide this connection forward, or would you rather just keep on your path? That's the crossroads you're reaching, because some truth comes in and it casts a different, casts a little bit of a shadow on whether or not you're just ready to leap forth, or whether something still needs to be tweaked, still needs to have some measure of growth. And that's where the guide, the Hermit, would come in. Because this person is operating from a somewhat fatalistic point of view. So now, where is this headed? We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles again, and the Hermit. I mean, the Hermit, the Hierophant. Both the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles can be cards of commitment and up-leveling. And it's talking about belief systems around the topic of commitment. So this is something that is available for the two of you to work through, but it's going to take a lot of work. You got the Eight of Pentacles twice. Creative solutions to a problem. Focusing in on the details. What are the issues where has this person come up against something really negative and painful in terms of conventional committed relationships? Because they've been the King of Wands, they've been the Knight of Wands, the passion's there, no argument. but you pumped the brakes or slowed things down because you weren't sure how sincere this person was about their emotional investment. And they're telling you here, they don't know that they have the emotional investment to make. Ten of Swords. Doesn't mean they never will. All that can be transmuted. That's another aspect of the Temperance card. That energy can be transmuted, but they're not there right now. And so Spirit's sort of showing you that you may need to choose whether or not you're ready to become the guide and to help this person work through it. That's a lot to take on. And depending on how close you've become, it might be an easy decision. But for those of you where this has been just a little bit more, either on the fly or spotty, and you're not sure of their intentions, some of you may just say, that's not the role I want to play. Right? I want someone who really knows what they want and who's ready to be the love of a lifetime. So you're wanting to offload this heavy burden, and Spirit's saying, not so fast. There's more work to be done here. And, it's your choice as to whether or not you want to play that role. Pretty heady message. So that's what I have. Before I give you the astrology, there's a link in the description box to take you to the extended. And we're going to look at this King of Wands in detail. See how they show up in the reading, how they see this situation presently. We've got a little bit of a sneak peek here, but hopefully I'll get more information. Fruit fly. And then how they see you, think about you, or feel about you at this time, their intentions toward you and the connection going forward. And I'll close out with some more oracle. So that's what I do in the extended, the links below. So here's what we've got. The Fool is the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius. High Priestess is Pisces. Judgment is the planet Pluto, which rules Scorpio. Chariot is your card, Cancer. We have the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. King of Wands here is Leo. We have the Fool is out a second time. Lovers is Gemini. Death card, more Scorpio. The Hermit is more Virgo. Empress is Venus, which is in her pre-retrograde shadow phase in the sign of Leo. Rules Taurus and Libra. King of Cups, wait for it, more Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio or have a lot of that in your chart, check. Temperance, more Sagittarian energy. And our Hierophant here is Taurus. So that's what I have for you. I'll see you at the extended in a minute. Bye for now.